What is good, Houdini world? That's right, it is I, Houdini, the Magic Flyer. And I am on my way to the first ever Lindenhurst LBRA auction race, guys. I believe this is the first of 4 auctions. And my plan today is to buy my birds back and meet some new members, as well as see what the competition looks like. And so, looking forward to this. Stay tuned for more Houdini style. Alright guys, these are 2 of my birds that I'm going to be entering into the auction. 2 others belong to a guy by the name of Harold Clinton. Yep. What's up, Harold?
Hey, bud.
This is Harold, ladies and gentlemen. 2 of these birds are his. Bred by Houdini for Harold Clinton. Tony, you there?
Hey, Harry.
How you doing, brother?
Good, good. How are you?
All right, good. Any word on the LBRA birds?
No birds here yet.
Okay.
So, I figured, I told Kevin, I kept telling him, it's going to be at least 40 miles an hour or less today.
Okay.
So I got to figure 40 miles an hour. So for you, probably it'd be 8 hours.
8 hours. Wow. So they're going to be on the wing for 8 hours?
At least. You're lucky.
Jesus. All right. That's going to be, it's going to be a crazy race then.
It's going to be crazy. You're not going to get, what's his name, with 11 birds on a drop again.
Okay. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting.
They're going to be all busted up. So it's good, you know. So it should be good. And I don't even think you got to get all the birds home today.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the race I think will be still going on.
Okay. All right. Well,
just remember that the clock stops a half hour after sunset. And you can still clock, you know, but that clock, that bird, you register
for the
you
next
get him
day?
in the dark, that bird will go for the next morning sunrise.
Okay.
You know, then the clock starts again.
Excellent.
So.
All right. So keep me posted, man. If you get anything, please let me know. All right.
Anything, I'll give you a message.
Kev, you there?
Yeah, brother.
What's going on, bro?
Paul Dora just called me 5 minutes ago from Loft Drop 1.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but they don't know. He was trying to find out it's an LBR or an LBRA.
Oh.
Everybody right now is hoping it's a fucking LBR.
Oh my god, bro. I'm looking up in the sky. It's still a little blue in the sky. There's still a little blue in the sky.
Right, I'm gonna find out which race bird it is.
All right, bro. Yeah, let me know, please.
You got it.
All right, bro. Thank you. So it's official. It's 6:46. I mean, there really is just darkness in the sky now, so it's too late. Apparently, one person got a bird just a little while ago. A guy by the name of Mark and Son. He's only about 13 miles from my house, and I guess I just got a message from my club. They're gonna, I guess the race still continues on till tomorrow, but there is a first place winner. I'm just really disappointed that I didn't get a bird back today at all, and I'm sure we'll get some birds back tomorrow, but you know, it's a bummer that it's a bummer I didn't get the first place, and it's a bummer I didn't get any birds back today. So it's rough, man. It's a rough one. I don't know what exactly happened, but we're gonna get down to the bottom of it. In any case, keep watching. All right, so here it is, guys. This is the morning of, or I'm sorry, the morning after the LBRA race. Still have no birds in the loft. Pretty empty. All there is a bunch of Chicos. Still expecting some birds to come back. So that's what I'm out here. It's daybreak, and I'm hoping that I can get a bird any minute. There was one bird that came back from the race, but there's still 130 birds out there that have not arrived. So I'm out here just waiting and hoping that a bird arrives any minute. Here I am. It's about 6:40, and yeah, this race is still not over. So all of a sudden, it just started raining. Clouds are clear up there, but on here it's really, really cloudy, and so this is going to hinder any birds from coming in, especially if they're close. Man, what bad timing! Let me tell you, man. And they're coming in like heavy drops. I mean, these are heavy droplets coming in, guys. So this will definitely knock down any bird that's trying to make its way home. So another little monkey in the wrench, or wrench, you know, monkey wrench. What is good, ladies and gentlemen? I have the honor and the pleasure to be with this winner, guys. He's not only a winner, but he's a humble guy, a really funny guy if you ever get to know who he is. And I'm here in Bayshore, New York, and I got the opportunity to stop by and speak with the winner of the LBRA race of this year. You know,
only guy who won 2 times so far.
Okay, that's right. It was quite an accomplishment, considering many people, you know, didn't win. But you know, I wanted to basically congratulate you, you know, and
thank you.
And you know, I wasn't so lucky, but it's okay. You know, I think it was you know, a combination of different things. But I wanted to check out your setup. You know, so we're gonna be doing a beautiful loft visit in just a few moments. But first and foremost, I just want to talk about some of his accomplishments and just find out a little bit about who he is. I mean, I already explained as far as you know, he could be comical. You know, he could be serious at times as well. But one thing I want to tell you is he's very knowledgeable when it comes to the aspect of pigeon racing. So, so you've been flying for 32 years.
Yes, I am. So guys, you can learn, first of all, you can learn from me broken English. I am an immigrant from Poland. I live here for 35 years, and I stick with the pigeons for 32 years already. So,
32 years.
first two pigeons I had in a shoebox in my only room where I was renting.
That is funny.
Before my family came here, I cannot live without them. I born with them, and I am gonna die with them.
There you go. All right, so he's a true
Okay.
pigeon guy from till the death, to the end. So that's really awesome. That shows passion, and then that shows that you really do love the birds, and so that's so
Yes.
amazing. And I would say I'm pretty, very passionate about the birds as well. I think for me it's like, if I don't have the birds, I just don't feel like I just don't feel like myself. I feel like there's something missing, and so it's great to have somebody that feels the same way.
When I met you first time, I didn't know, so you will fly pigeons.
That's funny. Well, here I am, second year. I'm still learning, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come over here. This is for my new flyers. There was going to be some information that is very valuable that I'm sure that he's going to share, being that he's flown for 30 years. But I just want to, I want to get a little insight as far as you have a lot of accomplishments, and we were over in the back before. We were looking at some of your trophies. I mean, just some. He's got more in the basement, guys, but just a few that he had over there. What does it really take to be a good, a good quality racer? I mean, I know family of birds is important.
Yeah, the birds are important, but you have to realize one thing. If you do 50% more for the pigeons, you're gonna be only 10% better. If you do 10% less, you're gonna fall down 50%.
Okay.
That's guaranteed. And for example, training. I always tell everybody, especially for new flyers, so non-trained pigeon can beat only less trained pigeon. Sick pigeon can beat sicker pigeon, and bad pigeon can beat worse pigeon.
Yeah.
That's simple. It's a Bible to fly pigeons.
Yeah, no, but another thing, and I've realized with this, with the aspect of the sport of pigeon racing is that certain birds, depending on their family of background, are more susceptible to getting sick. Some of them are more resilient, after they come back from a long race. So that really is important also. Some of them, it depends on what birds, because I started off, guys, with birds that I had no idea about, and probably maybe, he has better quality of birds. But I feel that, some of my birds would easily get sick, and, there are special breeds that are have a better immune system, and they can recover faster. So that's important. But also there's 3 different types of pigeons, right? You got sprint, middle distance, and long distance.
Right now, that's only in the books. Right now, we need pigeons who flies everything. Otherwise, they disqualify themselves.
Gotcha.
If they're only sprinters, how long they last, I don't know. One day you put them to the 300 miles headwind, and they are gone.
Right.
So those guys, they are actually gone, and. But the distance pigeons, yes, they are family pigeons who can fly everything, and especially distance. That don't have to be the brand new strains, but actually it's good to see some JR and old Huben or those original Van Loons, whatever.
J.R. Huben?
Yes, and Van Loons, the ones what Campbell Strand brought to the country. That means Super 73 and Smoky Joe and all those, that stuff. They are responsible pigeons. For example, was a strain pigeons called McLagan brought them here, Van Ritz. They gone already. Nobody wants them. So soon you win 100 or 250 miles races, you don't need them anymore.
So those are what they call staff Van Riets?
Yes.
Staff Van Riets. Okay,
Yes.
so I've done my research on those, and basically there are more of the sprinter type of birds.
They was fasters, they said.
50, 200, but anything outside of that is where they kind of like lose.
And then nobody get rid of it. They eliminate themselves.
Gotcha.
Actually, some of them, part of them left after crosses. flyers and stuff, but nothing pure anymore.
Nothing pure.
No, there is no new flyer. Remember who is the end. That was the famous cock, whatever. Frank McLagan had it. I see that pigeon doing the loft visitation about 25 years ago. Around 25 years ago, and he was beautiful pigeon. He had good backgrounds and had produced a lot of winners, but the winners are disappeared.
Interesting.
And
And it's because of the type of races that we're flying these days? Is that what it is?
no, they just, after a guy wins couple 150 miles races, stop paying attention for those races.
Okay.
Then you want to win 300, then you want to win 4 and 5.
Right, and so that's where they fall short.
Yes,
you want to
and nobody paid attention for them, didn't save them if the forecast was so, and they gone.
Okay, so they have a limitation to the type of races they fly. So you
Yes.
said headwinds, that's a wind that's in their face.
Yes.
And that requires a bird that has more muscles, bigger, wider.
Maybe they had muscles, he still need the muscles to give tremendous speed on an easy race. But I think everything combined, they was not good enough for mountains over here and everything
Gotcha.
else.
For our landscape, it probably
Yes.
wasn't the best bet. So now you said something that when they brought them into this country, where did these Hubins, where did these birds come from?
These birds come directly from England,
England.
Frankie's pigeons, and stubborn race was like popular in England. Most of them was strawberry color. That means like frosty silver.
Okay, so almost like a light silver.
Yeah, no, strawberry, the dark silver, like frosty silver. Let's say silver slates.
Silver slates. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's really good information. So so a lot of the birds that we have here in the United States are imports from England
No, England, that was only that one was famous, and part of Gabby's van the bellies, especially the dark ones. That's Mark Evans harem. He had a similar stock to Gabby himself, and a lot of good ones came from
nice.
him.
And they also came from England.
Yes.
From England as well. Okay.
Yes. Years ago, the old man Lester Darmstadt was telling me about rainbows and grudens. They was responsible pigeons with nice grizzle colors, but they gone by now.
Okay. All right. That's
They was only responsible. They was not fast enough, and Hoskins Van Rails pushed them out. That time they was really good for us in 80s and early 90s.
So 80s and 90s, the Husky Van Reels
Yes.
were the ones that were dominating. Okay.
Yes.
Very, very good to know. And so through time and evolution, things do start to change as far as
Yes.
what family of birds continue to keep doing well. Right now we have a line of birds called Kittles. I mean that's pretty new to the sport, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let anybody trick me on a brand new strains of pigeons.
Okay.
Because, for example, there is no such a thing like a Gabby's is their own 19 Jensens.
Okay.
And kiddos, they gonna be good as the Leo Hermans was.
Okay, so they'll be in comparison to okay.
Yeah, that is a fashion. Whatever pipe sells well,
It's also what's winning too. That's what
they do winning, but not much as they supposed to far as commercial.
Okay. All right. So the next question I have is because some people don't believe in this, but I truly believe that, especially if you're going to be competitive in the sport, you should be vaccinating as well as medicating. But there are some people that are holistic. They want to do it the all natural way. Now, do you believe in vaccinating and medications?
Of course I do. Right now without it, you're out. Vaccination, I trying to do them twice from 2 different products, from 2 different sources to make sure so one is perfect. The bad thing about the vaccination right now is nothing is local. Everything comes from over the seas, and we got no guarantee. So the transport was proper.
Right, because it has to be in very cold conditions, right? It's very
Yes,
important that it stays.
not very cold. It should be light refrigerated condition.
Refrigerated condition.
Yes, and you know, it's easy. There is always chances, so they was cooked in a container or,
Right.
you know, well, so I trying to get my vaccination
From 2 different sources.
from 2 different sources and do it twice because I always believe sick pigeon can beat only sicker pigeon.
Right.
And I try not to treat my young birds, but I'm trying to prevent them non-stop.
Gotcha. So
Help them.
So you're using
help they
medication as a preventative.
yes,
And to increase their
yeah, immune system. I try to like a boost it, the immune system with all kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that's as a preventative. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Especially the fact that they're on the truck. They're sometimes mingling with other birds.
Yes.
Anything can happen. So,
I'm lucky in the last few years I went through adeno and cercovirus very early. I inject them for that, so it's like that crap works only the same way as a COVID. At least they saying so. If you vaccinate, then you're taking the disease easier.
okay, right.
and stuff.
It's not as
Because either one don't work straight. You still getting cercovirus and you still getting the adenovirus.
This is not as impactful. It doesn't hurt
Yes.
them as much.
For adenovirus, I believe a treated one takes 7 days and not treated all week. You know what I mean? But it's only one thing. So I stopped in the last 3 years the adenovirus immediately. I gave them simple things: hydrogen peroxide, 1.5 ounce to the 1 gallon for 1.5 days with a lot of vitamins.
Interesting. Wow, guys. That right
And-
there that's huge because it happened to me during the middle of my
Yes.
season, but I didn't recover really well after that. So
And-
adenovirus is a problem. But one more time, that so it's one and it's
1.5 ounce of hydrogen peroxide
hydrogen peroxide
to the 1 gallon
to 1 gallon
for day and a half.
for a day and a half. Wow, that's
Yes.
really interesting.
With a lot of vitamins in it.
With like vitamins with electrolyte. Okay?
Yes, yeah, the simple ones. And the last 3 years when that thing grabbed me, actually nobody died on me. Even they was in a bad shape. If they couldn't drink, I pumped into them and they survived.
Wow, that's wild. So you were like the surrogate father. You were basically helping them stay alive.
Yes.
No, that's cool. That's really.
And 3 days later, after they get digesto, which I avoid, I'm not giving bruises, I give them digesto only if I treat them more than a day and a half.
And that's more of like a probiotic. Is that what it
Yes.
is? Okay, so probiotic is important on top of that. Yeah, no, that's one that I battled this year that it was really kind of like it was tough to recover from. So definitely adeno is interesting.
It's not danger if you catch at the time and you give them simple thing. I don't think you should. I spend a lot of money for adenosap, and far as another one, which is the ornithosis.
Ornithosis. That's like a respiratory.
Yes, it's a kind of. That's the left eye start to swell on one and repeats on the other one, and the one eye one time don't work in 48 hours, then you do have that.
Right. Yeah. No, that's
And-
usually a sign when you start to see the eyes kind of close up a little bit.
I don't know why. I do know personally Dr. DeWert, but that means I trying to recommend his product.
Okay. So
But only that product from Dr. DeWert. Anything he got for that works.
interesting.
Otherwise, BS is good to prevent them. It's not good enough to treat them. But everything, I think that company is unbeatable as far as the ornithologists.
Interesting. All right. Yeah. I
Anything
use
they
some of his
do got,
products. I do use some of his
Omni
products.
Plus, whatever,
Mix as
everything good, except don't believe like the Belgasol. So it's a miracle. It's too expensive.
I do have very salt as well.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I do have it. I mean, listen, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to find my place there.
It's not any better than that fresh vitamins because that's a big bottle. You open it so many times, you can have a wine in a bottle.
That's true. Yeah, don't say
You know what I
it can
mean?
go bad. It can go bad.
Yeah.
No, I can see what you're saying.
Another thing is, that ornithologists product from that company is unbeatable.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, he's a pigeon flyer. That
Yes.
doctor.
Oh no, his father was a pigeon grader, most famous than anybody else.
Interesting. So now,
Pete, his
that's what
name was.
Pete? Wow, that's
Yes.
wild. Oh, good. Shout out.
Oh, well, this is a legend. You got story about how the Vashkins Jensen's later called by Horst Hackemann Mullemans, how he created them.
Interesting. So
And
he
stuff.
actually
If you read the story about Pete the Word, you learn a lot. He used to come to America a lot. He was like a guy who, you didn't buy good birds in Europe if he didn't get a cat on it.
That's pretty wild, man. So that's cool.
I never met the father, but I get pretty much friendly with the son. Met him a few times in national shows in Poland. And he was a victim last year. They arrested him on a national show, selling the BS as a wrong one. Then they own him big apology because that was a local people who was
Really?
doing the scan on it. I mean.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
It's horrible. Yeah. He's a gentleman. He would never do it. Even and the company is not that big, so some other people inside could do something like that.
That's true. Sometimes in the factory you're not.
Entire world looking for that product anyway. You don't need to scam it.
So we went over to back there before, and I wanted to see one of your greatest championships, and we found this plaque right here. This is a beautiful plaque. This is many years old, and this guy's been winning for many years, and that's one of the things I wanted to see. But tell me about this plaque. I mean, this plaque, it has a lot of
This plaque means a lot to me. At that time, I don't know why they said only A and B. At 1994, we used to be A, B, and C sections. So that was old birds, 114 lofts. We had a limit only 20 birds. That's why it was only 1,000.
Only 1,000?
454 pigeons because a lot of guys had a small amount, but nobody could put more than 20. But was 114 lofts to beat on a 100-mile, at least 100-mile stretch from Staten Island, 110 up to the East Hampton.
So all the way up
And
to the
that was Yelling Cock, 1993 MC Pigeon. Was a straight Hoskin Van Reel.
So this was a Huskin?
Yes.
Okay.
Hoskins was good at that time. Nothing was comparable. Unless, when it's come to the real distance, they had one very weak point. They were shooters. They wasn't consistent, but they shoot a lot.
So when you say shooters, they were basically they were darts. They were darts until
No. They come home, they win, and next week he still wasn't in a perfect shape. He disappointed you, and following week he won again.
He won again. So they were inconsistent.
Yes.
They were slightly inconsistent. I see.
They was shooting back and forth,
I see.
but they did a lot.
Okay.
Not like Stove and Reeds.
I got you.
And they took the headwind too. And people crossed them a lot with Havanets, with John Blade's Havanets in those days. Yes, they still around.
They're still around.
Walter won both 300 in Lindenhurst and Islip. They was having it crosses from Paljowi's loft. Paljowi bred those two pigeons.
Interesting.
See, they didn't cluck nothing of Paljowi's. They cluck Walter's pigeons whole season. When it's come to the last 300, they having that blood, remind themselves.
It came
Yeah,
back.
came
that's
back.
Funny. That is so funny. No, that's wild. So,
Yeah, but they both was crossed with the yellow ones what I mentioned before. That's whatever Campbell Strange brought here.
Very nice.
Venlon and Huben. No, Huben was bringing by all kind of people. Vinny Popora,
So very
kind of friend of mine. I know the guy very well. I welcome him in his house. He's not inviting me anymore upstate because I failed to go for five times. So yeah, so but anyway, yeah. So
Shout out to him. So it's
he brought a lot of them.
Oh, he did bring a lot.
Yeah, but before, no, he brought a few good ones who left a mark in New York, but Hapico family loved. But like Vinny Romeo says, it's always good to have in a blood, like horses. All the good horses, they trying to stick in something, whatever, they can run a little longer than average.
Right. Yeah, it's always about trying to find that extra,
Yes.
that bird or that horse
Yeah.
that's doing just a little bit better than everybody else. Yeah, that's funny. And that's why people pay so much money for birds. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I'm against it. I'm not recommending anybody who works for living even think about the new strand. Kiddo is not for you and I. We don't have $10,000 to spend. You better off buy the college fund for your son and stuff for that money. And there are plenty pigeons for $150 a piece who can beat them in 3 weeks on a roll.
Okay, so I like that. I like it. So the old strains are still good strains.
Yeah, you know what? 20 years ago, I did really great job. The entire Poland, which is a big population left from that. A friend of mine who was one of the riders for the Dobry Lot, means good fly, biggest pigeon magazine in Poland for 200,000 people at that time. He asked me, he was doing interview with me. I'm Polish, of course. It was very easy for me, and what I told him, the entire country laughed. Because I told him one true thing. If I wouldn't catch a few extra dollars, I still would have a good pigeons.
That's funny.
After Campbell Strange sold his loft to the Chris Peeman, so I get everything he had, like children's from Dream Boy, children's from all those famous pigeons he had, those JRNs included. They breed a lot of winners for me and all my friends around, but they gone.
Yeah, no, sometimes they get watered down. Also, too, they start crossing them before you kind of like lose it.
Only good pigeons work in the inbreed. Really good pigeons, yes, you can put it brother, sister together from your foundation cock, you're gonna clock the young ones.
So do you think that's one of the reasons why when these guys are coming in from England or Belgium or wherever, they're bringing birds and these people just keep inbreeding. Do you think that's where some of the lines get lost also a little bit? Like they get watered down?
Yeah,
because you have to bring in new blood, and maybe that's where the crosses start.
New blood is always good, but inbreed in these days is good too, because we still got more and more predators, I mean hawks, and less pigeons. So they come more often, or American.
Right.
And the pigeon need the inbreed instinct to avoid the hawk, even falcon.
Interesting. Okay, that's good. That's good to know as well. Yeah, no.
Inbreed instinct is very important, and that's the only one thing. Otherwise, they good. Of course, they may have a little bit less immune system. Then you also have to know one thing. If you do closer than line breed, look for different color. Then the pigeon is healthy. If it looks like just like the parents in inbreed, usually they're not capable to fly.
Gotcha.
If the two bluebars breeds the piebald, he's gonna be good.
There you go. Okay, so that's what you want to look for. Something that kind of like pushes out. Something
Yeah,
a little
like
bit different.
some pathology. If the pathology comes in a color, that's
Right.
beautiful. You know what I mean?
That's funny. That shows that they're, that these.
But if they look just like a parents, my experience is they don't.
They usually don't do well. All right. Well, yeah, that could be possible. All right. So.
But I do inbreed sometimes because I lost my Hoskins, not paying attention. I lost my 019 Jensens, which they was greatest, I think, what I had in my life. And now, whatever I got those loans, I do inbreed, and I don't want to lose them.
Right.
They came from Ken Christopher
Can Christopher?
Yes.
And where's he located?
in Utah.
In Utah. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, very interesting. All right. So yeah, we gotta go check those out in a little
He
bit.
added everything from Campbell Strange directly.
Very, very nice.
And they was mixed even with Jensen's, 019 mostly. They had it a little bit heck and clack in it, but Jensen's brothers never lie on a pedigree. If it comes to put a new pigeon, was empty square,
Empty squares.
empty box.
That's
yeah.
funny. So they never really
Yeah, they add pigeons, but they named them.
Interesting. I wonder why they did that. I wonder.
Because you need to add them. How many bed they started, whatever. Everything comes closer and closer and closer.
Right. There's different types of Jansons. I know
Yeah.
there's so many different types of,
Yeah.
Fox Jansons.
The Red Fox Jansons, they must bring from somewhere. They had no reds before.
Right. So they had to be. Yep. No,
Yeah.
that's very interesting, man. It's so many different breeds, guys. So I mean, so I guess I'm gonna probably finish this up, but I want to just ask. I mean, as far as if there's any things that you could say that you've learned from or mistakes you've made that can help maybe like a new flyer out there, or even just somebody that's in the sport. Can you share with us something that you feel like you could have
Save our environment a little bit.
yes, like a mistake you've made, that you can that you've discovered that you've changed that possibly can save somebody.
Yes, there are a few things what I would like to share. First of all, don't believe satellite towers. Don't believe anything because predators,
Okay.
falcons,
Yep.
if they hit them, smaller group, they all sit on the trees, and the weak ones don't get up. That's why we lose them. And can. 3 strains of can, 100 strains. I don't know much about it. I'm not the pharmacist. I'm not the doctor, but you gotta treat them for can with the product which goes against gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria at the same time.
Okay. So
Then you get rid of canker
so
from them.
you're saying canker, right?
Yes.
That's what you're talking about. So I know that there's 2 different types. That's the internal, and then there's like a
No, that's still a canker, only it hits them internally or stays outside in a beak and stuff. You still gotta treat it the same way, but you gotta find a product which hits the positive and negative bacteria at the same time. This way you take care for E. coli at the same time somehow.
Okay.
And fish though, I find that for fish, for aquarium. Fish though,
That's a type of medication.
yeah, that's the type of medication.
fish
It
salt?
did work for me. So, for example, this year I treat them before for cancer, and I had it only for the entire season. I had only small can of BS from Dr. DeWert, and I didn't even use the whole thing. I gave them a couple times after they came back from the race. It's very light, little rizzo in there, and what you call, and Caxi stuff.
Coxy. So
Yeah.
you're saying so don't underestimate medicating for canker and coxy.
Cax, you can do that together because they both bad. And coccidiosis, you can exaggerate because coccidiosis, that is a parasite living on a barrel of the digestive system, and it's supposed to be there. Only you gotta
Like
keep the
dormant.
level.
You want to keep it dormant, right? You don't want it to really come out and really.
No, because they gotta, you know,
Naturally, they have a certain amount.
they work like a muffler, you know.
Right. No, I see what you're saying. So the medication that you recommend for that would be
Fish though,
fish
they
salt,
call it.
like with an F. Fish salt.
Fish, like a fish, and started from Z, Zol.
Salt, fish salt. All right. Now that's a good recommendation because I'm always looking for I don't know what medications to use.
Because they alternate in the Rizzo and metronidazole, ask you to give them a penicillin G on the end, which is illegal right now. So because
use
got
penicillin G.
broken in it.
Gotcha.
And penicillin himself somehow don't work. I don't know.
Interesting. Well, it could be after many years of people medicating, it probably doesn't work anymore. I mean, it happens with,
Yeah,
with humans
but
too.
cancer is a number one trouble. I'm not mentioning taxes. You gotta treat them 2-3 days a week for that because they expanding. That's it.
So canker is what
yeah.
you can share that. So that's a mistake.
I using some product from Europe. It's a drops, yellow drops.
Oh, yellow drops, yeah.
I know personally the guy who makes that. He makes the same thing for the other company in Europe. Those whatever brothers, whatever, I forget the name. Only brings in a little bit lighter color, but I get in the one what stains everything.
Right, the
you
stains
know.
all up. I know which one you're talking about. I think I know which one you're talking about.
And
Yellow drops.
the guy told me personally Thursday for one drop under the ton, not on a ton, under the ton, but the drop. I don't think one real drop from that.
You better
is
use,
not
you better
enough.
use gloves. Forget
yeah,
about it. If you don't
yeah.
use gloves, you're in trouble.
And old clothes.
So you believe in yellow drops? That's
Yeah, I do.
secret to
That
success?
because I'm not sure. It looked like Idan is in it, but I suspect cinnamon juice.
Cinnamon juice?
Yeah,
Interesting.
in it too. That's I suspect that because it looked the same and works similar to it. It's an antiseptic.
It's an antiseptic, right?
So
it kills-
it's
it
not
kills any bacteria in the throat.
and it's not antibiotic. Don't cause the yeast infection.
Right, so it's not an antibiotic. It's
No.
just a disinfectant, basically.
Yes.
It's almost like
Antiseptic. It's like a,
Listerine, basically.
kind of,
Kind of
yes.
Listerine. Interesting.
Like hydrogen peroxide.
also
It works for the fungus. Fungus is also big thing right now.
Right. Yeah, that's
Big thing because I don't know. I heard so they can if they sick and when they do have a fungus, they got triple vision and stuff.
Wow.
Hallucination.
Yeah, no, I've heard of that also. That's where the combi mix that it kills anything with fungus.
Yeah, but you know, they gotta keep on water containers.
Very clean.
Yeah, not you don't have to exaggerate, but disinfection.
Very important. So that's very important.
So I disinfect my water container with hydrogen peroxide.
That's freaking wild. No, that's good. That's a good one. And I'm gonna try that one. I can't wait to actually give the peroxide that special mix that you explained that to.
1.5 ounce to
1.5
the
ounces
1
per
gallon
gallon.
for 1.5 day.
Okay. And then tap water is okay.
Tap water, I use in tap water only. Got sink over there,
Fair enough,
and
fair
not.
enough. That's all I need to hear. So that's a great gem that you helped us with. So now let's talk about the LBRA race that you won for 2023. that was a spectacular win. I mean, I was talking about, it was dark. I mean, and I get a phone call that you were the only one that got a bird before dark. What was that all about? I mean, I was blown away. I couldn't believe it.
That pigeon got a little story behind me because I let him out and went back to work for 2 hours, came back and 120 pigeons was all spread out. Something scared them. And I lost 40 of them at that time, and a lady bring me the pigeon home.
So you had, so it got
Yes,
lost?
2 weeks later.
And a woman, did
Yes.
you know who she was?
No, she
Now you
find
know-
a
now you
plano,
know-
yes.
Now you know who she was, but she didn't know who she was before?
No, she was an ordinary lady living in a condominium
Oh my gosh.
complex.
Okay.
And she find out, she called a plano, he gave me number, I called her, and she volunteered with her boyfriend, husband, whatever, to bring it over here.
Interesting.
And the pigeon was skin and bone. Took him 3 weeks to be able to fly from the grass to the board.
Wow.
But 3 days later, after he flew first time, she flew first time, she was in the Fort Hamilton with the rest.
Wow. So
She
you
was
immediately
good
went to start
pigeon.
training again?
Yes.
Wow.
And she never been trained before because they wasn't really flying in a stock when I lost her. And took 5 weeks, between she get lost and recovered was 5 weeks. I was in the Fort Hamilton already. I forget I packed it and she make it.
Oh my goodness, that's even crazy.
Yeah.
That's even crazy.
So,
wow.
and Monday before the race, I took him to the Manhattan first time. By the way, we used to train with Joe Green. We was training. Mike Migliori and I was driving them to the Brooklyn, put them on a truck and go to the Jersey, Pennsylvania. We did train a lot. That's why we both was doing good at the beginning. And we was fighting for first and second place every week before the other guys get ready.
Gotcha. That's funny.
You know.
You guys had the advantage because you were training
Yeah.
fast, sooner than a lot of the other guys.
So they went to Connecticut, and she came next day at evening, but she really wanted to come home. She was beat up, recovering in 2 days, so I bet her when I sent it.
Wow, that's really crazy. So you lost her again for a day, and then
Yes.
she came back the following day.
Yes,
This bird.
at evening,
In the evening?
day and a half.
Jeez. And then so
They did went to the Connecticut.
and then you sent
From Manhattan, It's a danger to take them over there first time.
yeah. So you got her back.
Yes.
She got her back, and
That
then,
was like a Tuesday evening, and we ship them.
and you continue training, or like when? So this was
Yeah,
before
she
the race?
recovered. No, before the race supposed to be.
Okay,
The
so
race was postponed.
Oh, it was
So
postponed.
she had more time to,
Oh,
so
my
she
goodness.
been trained
wow.
meantime.
So that's so she got a little extra time to recover.
Yes.
And then how many days that was that?
Oh, that was a week, all right,
week.
because
So she got
because the race was postponed.
Gotcha. All right. So she got a chance to recover, man.
Yes,
Wow.
and she did, and I didn't touch her anymore because she dropped the 8 tip and stuff. She just flew on 9 tips without the 8 that race. She's ambitious, good pigeon. Matter of fact, Walter had 2 on a drop next day. They looked like 4 birds came together, Vecchio's, mine, and 2 of Walter and Paul Joey's. So he had 2 on a drop, and one of them was from the same loft. That kid from New Jersey, he shipped the birds to 7 different places. I just spoke to him today. And he get them worth 6 positions.
That is
over,
unbelievable.
so-
So this bird actually was so you're the handler. Who was
Yes.
the breeder?
The breeder was a kid named Artur Kaplewski, Polish kid from New Jersey.
The Kapletsky. Okay.
Yes, and the mine pigeon come from, he bought it the parents on a dead man auction. Tom Famey, nice person, wealthy person. He had pigeons, good birds. Passed away a year before, and he bought his LCM winner, which is a very big amount hen, and 500 miles combine winner cock.
So Walter Kopleski bought this guy's birds.
Not Walter, Arthur.
Arthur.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He
Arthur.
bought those birds, and that's the parents
And
of this
unbelievable.
bird.
So this is the offspring of that.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
The mother won LCM, which is a huge number. They sell like 3,000 bands, 2,000
It's a big
bands.
race. That's a really big race.
Yeah, and they got over 1,000 pigeons sometimes on that race. So the mother won that when it was big yet. Everything shrinks now. Anyway, that's a politics and everything else make the race smaller over there. But the race was really big, and Jersey companies always got 2,000 pigeons, even under 500 when the father topped the combine.
So okay, so this bird, so the family of this, so the origination of the bird already was from winners.
Yes.
So now
I don't know. I have no clue what strain they was, but they was generations of winners.
Excellent. All right. So this bird, right?
Yes.
It's, okay. So you're the handler. Okay. I mean, obviously, there's a breeder.
Yes.
Now you get to keep the bird, right?
Yes,
You get
it's
to keep
mine. The bird turns up your property after you buy it.
Very nice. So that's one of the good, that's one
It's
of
a
the
good
things
thing about it,
you know.
because I know a couple guys were expecting an auction after the race, try to get that bird
wanted to
already.
get that
Some
bird.
of my friends from New Jersey.
That is too funny. No, that's good. You got to keep that bird safe. Keep
Yes.
that bird very safe.
As a matter of fact, what I did, I called the lady, I let her know, so she was a hero for the night, and I get a nice dinner for them.
That was really, really cool. So she bought them a dinner as a thank you?
No, I bought a gift certificate for a good restaurant.
Hey, listen, that's awesome. I mean, that was nice what she did. You know what I'm saying? And also, that's karma. You know what I'm saying? You do good, you'll get good. That was nice that you did that.
They brought the bird home. They bought it a little case for him
Oh my
before.
goodness, really? Yeah,
So
that was
yeah,
nice.
they took it seriously.
That was cool.
So.
That was cool. That was cool. Hey, listen, that's one of the reasons why that bird made it that far. So the only bird that came on the day of the race,
yes.
right? Right before the sun went down.
No, it was after. I think was after. Was a 6:17 or something like that.
6:17. So the
Yes.
sun had already gone down.
Yes.
Oh my God! So this
I
bird came in the dark.
I still could call the color. I was arguing with Walter Pigeon because I was against the liberation, and they did. They liberated. I said, I think I got the bird. He says, okay, hey, don't hang up. Let me know if it's a regular race or LBRA. So,
Sure enough, you saw the red band.
yeah.
You knew right away.
And you know what? I'm a little different than the other people. Of course, I'm getting only half of the money, but you know what I'm taught? For good of the race, good thing if out of area bird gonna win.
Of course. No, that's really, really cool. So yeah, that's good for those out of area guys that want to get
Yes.
a chance for a nice race, like the
Yeah.
LBRA. It's amazing. I mean, I'm sure Arthur's happy, right?
Oh yes,
very happy.
we spoke today because Soprano asked me for his address to send that, the
To send his trophy, yeah.
yeah. So he said, so he's looking for 6 sets because he wants 2 sets and 4 other guys want to send them too. So
Hey, there you
that's
go.
help. I'm swear to God, when I figure so I get only half of the trophy, I didn't think about it. So I'm sorry, I'm not getting the whole thing. I was happy so out of area because I knew it, nobody gonna get him anymore. Because nobody sure would beat me, and it was dark.
It was dark,
So
right.
other guys,
What an amazing bird,
Walter and Paul Joey, they ship a lot. but that 6 miles was too late.
It was too late, right?
Yeah.
This bird had to come in the dark, like literally
Yeah.
dusk. It had to be really dark. So
Yeah.
unbelievable, man. We gotta see. You have this bird? You still have
Yes,
it?
I do.
All right. So
He's gonna die here.
Oh yeah, all right. That's we got to check out that bird. So I guess we'll do a little loft tour and see
Yes.
what we got going on.
And you know what? The previous one, what I won, was the race was even bigger. Is a male. He did bred really good. First year, decent second, and not much for the next 5. But I still gonna get 2 young ones out of 2 of them.
Oh gosh. All right. So you already have the mate that you're gonna mate her to?
No, I'm gonna make it with my best cock for little while, for 2 eggs, but the rest of the season I'm gonna let her breed 4 young ones with my previous LBRA winner.
All right, there you go. That's a nice one. So guys, you heard it first, man. The LBRA, well, I should say the Lindenhurst LBRA winner of 2023. Mark and Son, I mean, the guys.
It's gonna be made that on 2018.
There you go. Listen, I mean, young with old is not always a pretty good thing, right? I mean,
That one I won first, second, and third and 5th position because one of them didn't land it.
So you heard it from this guy. I mean, he's not only knowledgeable, guys. He's got the experience. He's made the mistakes. And he's got a beautiful loft. I can't even wait to see it. I haven't seen it.
No, the lofts are in a mess. There are a lot of lofts, not beautiful.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I can't see it yet, but you know what? We're in the middle of fall. I mean, we obviously haven't been racing for the past, 2-3 weeks. And, you know, I can see there's leaves that are falling down. But, I mean, the landscape is so beautiful out here regardless.
Oh, we went to a convention last week, so I lost 3 days out of the work, so I'm really busy. I was busy. I did good on a convention, matter of fact.
Yeah? Oh, wow.
Yes, I wind up 21 seconds behind the winner.
21 seconds?
Yes.
That's it? That's good. Hey, listen, man.
Kevin Williams won with Tom Mottle, Pigeon. Tom Mottle from Connecticut, means butterfly on Polish. And then family tradition, which Capellinis Jr. had at 500 drops.
500 drops?
Yes, so my walk-in as a third.
Hey, listen, you can't, I mean, that's still very
John
good.
Leon
Still
is
very
from
good
here,
accomplishment.
walking second. So.
That's still good stuff.
But still, Vinny had 3 birds in the top 10. He dominated those conventions. He got some birds. Vinny from New Jersey.
Vinny, okay.
Yeah.
What is it, Vinny 30?
Yes.
Vinny 30. So do you have any flyers that you know in Poland still that you still speak to, or?
Yeah, I do. I got
too?
plenty of friends
All right,
over there.
so I guess
When I go to the national show, they treat me good.
that's what's up. So I don't know. I mean, I think it would be kind of cool in your language if you just say hello to them. Maybe just let them know you're still doing good out here, and I'll let you close the show.
Pozdrawiam wszystkich i polskojęzycznych i do zobaczenia na wystawie w styczniu. You know, all these things behind is my little paradise. We got a lot of chickens because, you know, I stopped breed them, so maybe one day anything what's, you know, we got little beehives over here. Friend of mine, John, got them here.
Oh, so you actually have so you cultivate beehives also, like to
Yes.
Wow, that's cool.
This year was good for honey.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
During the racing season, I'm not trying to keep the chickens away from the pigeons, but now I don't care. And here, many Riviera have to get rid of them, so he find them. I had an empty coop with my next to my fences. So
That's so funny.
I got something here. It's funny, but I love them a lot. They're my pheasants. Look at that. How cool that is.
Unbelievable. Wow.
Come in.
Those are beautiful.
Come in. See, the yellow ones is my favorite one because I hatch it from the egg under the chicken, and the other ones I get from a friend of mine from Pennsylvania brought me. They call it golden, golden red, and amber lady. The females, they're all the same, gray.
Oh my God. You want to get in this? This is beautiful.
See, that's my child, the yellow one. I don't want them without him. I don't breed them because I got problem to get it part with my children. And I don't want them too many. Next year I'm gonna breed some just in case this getting older. I can give away eggs, but not the hatched one, all right?
I can see that. Yeah,
And I want to tell you one thing I forget to say. I never killed healthy pigeon in my life. And I never will.
Can I come in?
Yes, please.
Wow, this is
So
nice.
I got everything on a grill, so I
love it.
I clean it once a week, once
I love it.
And there is no dust. It's
That
good
keeps it nice.
ventilation here. See, she flew the race on an 8 tip, just dropped.
Oh, wow.
Now she's on a 9 tip. She came from the last auction. Pretty nice blue hen, nothing special, but really nice medium-sized blue hen.
She's a medium-sized blue hen. Yeah, I can see
Yes.
that. Oh, she is so beautiful.
Especially, they always look they look better if they do something.
That's true. There she is. Oh, that's funny.
But this one was better pigeon than her. She wound up 4th on the race for 2 years as an old, but that's everything what I got in my. I did cut that tip for the race, just because it was sticking out too much, and
Gotcha.
she would suffer with it. But
And
so she was taught that next day, and she is whatever I got in the coop is everything is in it.
Has her blood?
She's a part of the Van Loon. She's a part of the Gabi van der Belly, and she's a part of Human.
Very
So
nice.
mad, 157, but I like them.
What a
like
beauty.
that. They healthier than anybody else.
she is nice. And so that's what you said, 400 mile winner, that one? What?
She's she's the 4th place winner. on
4th place.
LBRA.
And the LBRA.
Yes.
Aha.
Next day
And
back.
this was this race.
Yes.
Ah,
same race.
okay.
I was 1st and 4th.
Okay, there you go. Oh, look at her, man. That's funny.
Well, she got beat on overfly, so.
That is too funny. But hey, listen, she was one of the ones that came home. I mean, I could tell you, I got one home 6 days later. So,
I got
so kudos
we
to
had-
that bird.
we
Kudos
got
to that bird.
Story from another hand, blue by white fly. We was sitting on my deck, 4 of us. Was windy. That was the Sunday, last day when the race was closed.
And then we could close the clock. Yeah.
Yes, and Rabbi, Walter's nephew, he said pigeon came, with splash, and then wind blow and throw her behind the fence. Just dropped the 10 tip. She was on a 9 tip. Look how crap, took her a week to come home. The
me
race
get this
was
position.
closed like a, she was nothing, skin and bone, but he just dropped a 10 tip, I guess, today. But look, I build her up quick. I know what to do when they are really in a bad shape.
Wow, look at that. Yep.
You cannot medicate them at the same day, nothing. I just pick the pellets from the feed and feed her a little bit with the pellets.
Just the
in
pellets?
first place, yes.
Pellets was what
Next
helped her.
day, from the Primalac pellets from the Canadian feed.
Gotcha.
So I give her about 50 pieces. And then a few hours later, I give her some small stuff, and then I give her light medication. And she recovered. She's gonna be good girl.
Yeah, you can see the beautiful body on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's ambitious.
you can see that. Wait, that is so freaking
That
cool.
she was 35th back.
31st on the LBRA as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah.
So we got the 4th. Wow, that's freaking great. Love it.
There's another section of the, of the old birds. Usually I fly from here with the divider and keep the hands in there.
So this is like the over section?
Fly them split it, yeah. So there are about 40 of them left, a few from last year, and there's not enough fall birds, so I love all birds.
You like all birds, huh?
Yes, I do.
That's funny.
I on average at least 3 times. I tap the combine 7 times with all birds, so they're easier, less work.
Yeah, now that's what they say about the old birds. That's funny. Yeah, so, and obviously you only keep, your breeders are obviously champion birds.
Yeah, after 3 years, if he scores for 3 years, he's a breeder.
Very nice. Yeah, that's funny. So how many are you gonna do you plan on breeding with this year?
Not many because not many of them are good enough to breed them. Finds those birds on the auction.
Right.
To support the crop. This is water the cocks and hens we got mixed up together.
That's funny. So you got a combination going on here. Combos.
This is that cock. One of those cocks. This blue bar with white band, ELI1 band.
Is it the one with the yellow band?
Yes.
Okay.
This is
He sticks out to me.
limbo cock from a guy named Dave Walter, and he's old, but he's still fair on. He bred so many winners in his entire life. Walter get him after one of our friends died young, Frank Grab. So we make the auction for him and Walter get that bet. That's the most valuable cock in this section.
Most valuable is this? Yeah.
Yes, because his favorite one died last year. We called him a champion, but it's at least 3-4 times a day.
All right, I got it.
This is a Ken Christopher pigeon. He sent it to us for the auction, and she was my first bird in the clock that year. She paid his bill, and she bred me a lot of good ones. That's the Van
Nice.
with a little bit Jensen. Look, she breeds the same ones. It's her daughter. She was first in the
Almost
clock
identical.
and her race. She's also LBRA. She's a mother for that one. What I show you before, that blue bar.
The blue bar with the yellow.
They all got a lot of muscle.
Muscle in the front, it looks like, yeah. They look like they have a lot of muscle in the front.
Yeah. All
can see that.
And they pair it too, and they breed really good.
No, it looks beautiful. I mean, look at the eye on that. You can see it. It's front.
Yeah.
It's very front strong.
When I, clock this one, I like her a lot because she won me race 100 miles before, and she won me 200 as a yearling. So I grab her, I came back from the club, I grab her and put it here.
Yeah, that's too funny.
So, and I call Ken and I ask, I send him the, and I ask him to send me a cock for her.
And this is what you got here?
And he did send me with reasonable bill. And first year I tripled.
What you paid for her?
Man, yeah.
Very, very nice. No, that's just beauty.
And going on and on and on. It's what the year she's 2016. Never missed a good pigeon.
Yep. No, she looks quality.
She was on at least on a 3 cocks only because I kept her for 6 years with the same cock. Whatever he sent me, the cock looks like a yearling. He's he's like a 7-8 years old. When I designed and Mr. built it for me, helped me plenty room. Nobody got better boxes in the breeding coop. They large. It's a lot of distance
Yep.
from the bottom.
Very, very nice.
You know, that ice cream cone
I love
don't
it.
grow too quick.
Yeah, no, that's very good.
So,
Very, very nice.
and I never opened the ceiling gate because for the winter I insulate. So I put in just a garden light bulb, the hidden light bulb, and it's enough not to freeze the water.
Love it. I love it.
So one day I opened the window. I'm thinking about put a fan maybe.
Like maybe an exhaust fan, yeah.
I just took off from the door, but I have to remodel something because it's like a basement.
Yeah,
And the young ones, when they walk out of the nest, they like the sun. So either I'm gonna open that way for them, or I still got time to remove these boxes, put it on this wall that way, and use this one for the breeding and put the hens on the back.
Very, very nice. Yeah, I'll give it to you. So you can put them in there together. She wants to come back in. Oh, he's already getting crazy. So this is going to be it's the 2017 LBRA winner, as well as the 2023 LBRA winner right here, these two?
Yes.
Very interesting. So these are two winning birds for the LBRA that you will be breeding out of this year?
Only two young ones.
Only two young ones. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm telling you, I mean, but
He's pretty good boy. He was a good player.
no, he's,
Very good bat.
no, he's definitely awesome.
He got Hooven in him, but he looked like, the grandfather Hooven. And a 720 on the other side, which is
So Hooven?
19 Jensen.
Okay, so 019 Jansen, Hubin, and then
And
and
the
the
720, which is down the road from 19.
19. And the hen is who? Well, the hen you don't know.
I don't know. I got no clue.
We just
I didn't talk to him if we do have pedigree on it or not. I don't care.
right. You just know that she's a winner, and she's she's got the heart.
my girl.
She's got heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a heart. That's a lot of heart. Unbelievable, man.
I knew it, she's gonna come because when she come late from that Manhattan toss, she want to come home.
Right.
Come at evening, and she was hungry, thirsty. She didn't drink, and she blew up 3 days later. So.
No, that's she had the will in the fight. So she didn't want to go through that again. So yeah, that was great.
They got different eye color, different belly color, so they should be good together.
My experience at Mark and Sons Loft was very eye-opening. I was very impressed on how knowledgeable he was regarding strains of pigeons, vaccinations, and medications. His humble character as well as his love for his birds were very apparent. To add a bonus, it was incredible to see that he breeds bees for honey, chickens for eggs, and pheasants for enjoyment.
He's got personality, that's for sure. He's got personality.
Donald Gunter was with me around, so I put under his name. I pay for everything, it was all mine. So I told Chiton I give you $300 if you get me a cash for Gunter's money. So he brought me $5 cash, I gave him 300.
That was wild. That was so freaking
Listen,
wild. I love it.
when we come back, between the, hanging out for 3 days,
Oh, I can imagine that's probably
auction,
definitely a
I
little
came
money.
back with $700.
Jesus, crazy. Now this is cool though. This is cool, and I was able to get a nice little what's called pan. I'll take a nice little pan here.
It's got a few years going down, but it's no reason to replace yet.
No, definitely not. No, it's really really cool. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I guess we'll stay in touch.
The one with the fences on them. Look how many trays I got.
Yeah, it's definitely safe to say you got a lot of carriers. Absolutely, that's for sure. Wow, that's wild. All right, no, that's just I may take one of your. I may take one of them. Then, wow, that's crazy.
You can take both of them if you can use them. I'm very handy.
This is the first combine one?
Yes, 1994.
Wow, this is
Take it.
unbelievable. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, we'll take that one outside, definitely.
114 loft, 1,354 pigeons.
That is amazing. And that's an accomplishment, that one right there, for sure.